Hello YouTube, this is Silver Smoke here with a review of the Beretta 90-2. The example you see before you is a 40 Smith & Wesson version. It also comes in 9x19mm. I'm going to do a few things differently with this review. I'm also going to cover the accessories that go with this weapon because I had a difficult time finding holsters and magazines that would actually go with this weapon. And a lot of stuff that I was about to buy for this gun, I didn't know whether it was compatible, or if it wasn't compatible, or whether anything worked with it concretely before spending the money to get it. So with that established, I'm going to first cover the weapon and its particular benefits and drawbacks, and then we'll look at the accessories. Right here is the Blackhawk Serpa. This is the shoulder holster I have for it. This is the basic belt holster that also attaches to the shoulder rig, so it works the same way with the retention. And these two right here are Beretta 96 40 cal magazines. These are the 11 round ones. These are apparently pre-ban because they have the nice law enforcement inscription there. These also work 100% in the gun with no modification or issues with that, so you can use Beretta 96 magazines in the 90-2 without a problem. And I assume that's also the case for the 9mm variation, and that you can get the Beretta 92 magazines and it'll work in the weapon. To get detail into the weapon, let us look and make sure it's clear. There's your clear, make sure there's no round in the chamber, no magazine inserted, and let us get started. This is the updated version of the very popular Beretta 92 series handgun. The 96, I was about to say, the 90-2 was introduced in 2006 as an update to the popular 92 series. So a lot of the functions of the Beretta 92, including the trigger bar, the slide and the way it works, a decocker, and safety trigger, takedown lever, and all that stuff is very much the same as the Beretta. It's the other Beretta model. The differences are mostly in the grip, the equipment rail that comes with it, the design of the weapon in totality, and a few improvements are made here and there. The first improvement is the style. Personally, I like how this gun looks. It looks very futuristic, it looks modern, it looks updated. This isn't the kind of thing that you're going to see universal agreement on. Some people would say that this looks hideously ugly. I think it looks great, personally. Very different, very modern look to it, and it's a great update of a classic design. Do keep in mind that the original Beretta 92 was introduced in the, I want to say, mid to late 1970s, if I remember the research right. So it's actually a very old gun. And that's been around for something like 30 years. So, just got a text message there. It's a good thing that Beretta chose to update the design a little bit, add a few different features while keeping the fundamental benefits of the 92 series. Those benefits are the decocker and safety, which work the same way as they do in the 92. You have your safe, where the trigger will not engage. You even see the safety block up there come out when you squeeze the trigger when it's safe. Then you have the double action. Make sure this thing's safe here. Making sure it's clear, and there. Sorry about the little gyrate there. I had to make sure that the weapon was clear, and I was holding the camera with the other hand, so had to do a little bit of jujitsu there. But that's the trigger pull in double action. This is the trigger pull in single action, and this is what it looks like saved. As you all can see, the weapon functions fundamentally the same as the 92 series in those regards. The slide release lever is in the same place. The takedown lever is also in the same place, and you even have an inscription on the barrel, so you know that this model is the 40 Smith & Wesson or the 9mm. Speaking of ammunition, the capacity that this weapon comes with is a 12 rounder. In the box, it's supposed to come with 2 of these. I only got 1 because I purchased this weapon used. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the Beretta 96 mags will work in this gun with no modification required. So if you're looking to pick up extra mags for it, you don't have to order this specific one. You can get 11 round Beretta 96 mags, and they'll work right in there. As far as accuracy and trigger pull goes, the good thing about this weapon is that they include a little, if you look right there where my finger's pointing, they put a little divot, like a little scallop in the frame there for your finger to rest when you're gripping it. And I find that to be a lot more effective of a place than the traditional, serrations here that you find on the 92 FS. Makes for a better, lower way to carry the weapon, a lot more comfortable way to carry the weapon, and allows you to get on target a lot easier with the way that frame design is. So you have that advantage. You also have the frame rails, which when this gun was introduced, I believe this was the only Beretta that you could get with the frame on it. There's now the 96 A1 and the 92 A1 and M9 A1, which all have frames now with that, including a dust cover. But you do have an accessory rail, and you do have a accessory rail cover, which I took off because I think it's kind of superfluous, but if you like the look of it, you can keep it on your particular weapon, and no harm, no foul. Night sights on this weapon are 3-dot rechargeable, so you have to charge the sights before you can use them, but if you have a flashlight or something, you can shine it on it for about 10-15 seconds, and they'll be ready to go for you. It's obviously not as good as constantly glowing night sights, but as accurate as this weapon is, I'm pretty much loath to change it. I believe you can change the sights on this one. It's not dovetailed into the slide. It's hard to see because it's obviously a black gun, but you can remove the front sight and the rear sight, so you can get night sights installed on this weapon, whereas the regular 92 has the sight built as part of the slide, which makes that a little more difficult. So as far as shooting is concerned, this weapon is spectacularly accurate. With the light trigger pull on single action, you are able to, I find that being able to put controlled groups in this gun is really easy. I was able to make about a 5-inch group at about, I want to say 20 yards away. It's about a 5-inch group with me shooting this right out of the box. So it is an excellently accurate weapon. No failure to feeds, no misfires or reliability problems, and everything works on it exactly as it's supposed to. There's no problems, issues, concerns with the function of the weapon. I also want to mention too, they put a loaded chamber indicator as part of the ejector on this one, extractor, excuse me, on this weapon. When there's a round in the chamber, it pops out a little bit, and you see a little bit of red coming there. Personally, it's a nice feature to have, I guess, but I mean, in practical terms, you really won't be able to see it. I didn't even know that came with the weapon until I did research on it. It's that hard to see. So there is that if you're interested in such things. As far as price goes, I got this at a really good deal, something like under $500 for it. I've seen them go for as high as $600 on Gunbroker, and I can understand totally why, because it's a really high quality weapon. And if you're looking for something that has the function and reliability of the Beretta 92, but without the without having the Me Too kind of thing, you want something unique that has the same functions as the Beretta 92, I highly recommend this one. We're also going to go over here and try out the Serpa holster. This is made for the PX4 Beretta PX4 pistol. It happens to fit the 90-2 really easy, and there's no fitment issues, no wear and tear, no rattling inside of it. And when it comes out, just my foot here, your trigger finger's in the right place. It's not over the trigger or anywhere unsafe. So if you can grab a PX4 holster for your 90-2, it will fit 100% with no problems. So if you're looking for a Blackhawk Serpa for a railed Beretta like 92, this will work. You have evidence that it works. So anyways, thank you for watching. Thanks for paying attention to my little review of the 90-2, and if you pick one of these up, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and have a great day.